Hello, Facebook family. It's about 11:20 East Coast time, and I wanted to hop in here and do a little live stream about upper body tension because there's a direct line between what's going on up here and what's going on in here. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a test that you can do for yourself. So you want to find a wall or a door or something that you can stand against, and you're going to stand with your feet about 3 or 4 inches out from the wall, and then I want you to bring your butt onto the wall and then bring your head onto the wall. Then take your hand and I want you to slide it behind you, and if you can slide it behind basically where your bra strap is or where you wear a heart rate monitor, if you can get your hand behind you, you've got a little bit of a rib issue going on called rib thrusting. So you're going to take your hand out and I want you to let your upper body round until you can get that bra strap region on the wall. And so if I step away from the wall, you might look something like this when you have that against the wall. Okay, so you're going to feel like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's going to feel kind of wrong, but I want you to stay there. Get that bra strap region against the door, and then I want you to begin to raise your hands in front of you. And you're going to find that there's a point where if you go farther, you need to begin to bring your rib cage off the wall to get your arms up overhead. And then bring them back down and let your rib cage come to the wall. So what you find when you do that is that your shoulders are kind of stuck to your rib cage, and we lack the mobility that we need to easily raise our arms without bringing the rib cage with them. And so what you can do is you can work against the wall, and what you're going to do is go real slow here, and then notice how far can you go before you have to move your rib cage. So if that's here for you, this is the range that you're going to work in. And coordinate it with your breath. Exhale and bring the arms up. And you'll find that you're only going to go so far before you have to bring them back down. But this is your pure range of movement. This is what your shoulder mobility is while keeping the ribs down. And you'll find that as you keep at it, it's going to get easier, and you're going to be able to eventually raise your arms up all the way and keep your rib cage on the wall. So this is impactful when you go to work on hanging, and I'm going to walk my camera over here and go to our pull-up bar, which hopefully you'll be able to see me, because you want to be, most of what goes on in yoga is pushing, like down dog and everything else. You're pushing the floor away from you. We don't do a lot of pulling, so we want to work on pulling in the body as well. So you can kind of see the pull-up bar there behind me. Now I can bring my arms up onto the pull-up bar. I'm not going to take my feet off the ground, and you don't need to get the benefit of pulling. But if you bring your arms up and your ribs have really come forward, you can see how swayed my back is. You can bring your arms up, and I'm just going to bend my knees until my arms are straight, and then my work here is to get my ribs down. So you can work at it 2 ways. You can put your ribs on the wall and bring your arms up, or you can get your arms up and play with, so if I hang here, I'll hang this way. So if I hang and my ribs are this way, can I work on bringing my ribs down? And what does that do to my shoulders? I can feel it in my shoulders when I work on it. I can feel it in my core when I work on it. But this act of hanging is really, really important, and we don't do enough of it. So if the other thing you want to pay attention to when you're hanging, watch my shoulders. See how they kind of I can hang in my joint and let them creep up by my ears. So you want to be mindful about keeping your body in a good place and not really collapsing into your shoulders. So get your shoulders where they need to go, and then bring the ribs down too, and slowly let there be more weight in your arms that you're supporting. You don't have to take your feet off the floor. And if you have something like a diastasis, you don't want to take your feet off the floor right away, because that's too much. Your core can't handle doing all of that work. So play around with that. Stand at the wall, bring your arms up, see what you find. Hang and try to bring your ribs down and see what you find. And let me know in the comments what you discover.